Welcome to Align Trading, going over the SPY recap today. First thing that I posted in the pre-market brief for Discord members was to be watching for this inverse head and shoulder being the larger structure that we were forming, as you can see right here, as well as this micro head and shoulder right here that I drew and explained that if we saw with some controlled selling for that handle, we could begin to complete that cup right here that you see forming at this red 529. Now, during the day, I explained that if we broke out of this point right here, we would be able to see that push higher. And right as we begin to break out of that, you see this large move higher out of those yellow and blue controlled selling algorithms that I mentioned in the pre-market brief. Now, what allowed for this move to happen, as I was explaining, watch for these moving averages right here to become some form of support, and you see we formed this cup right here as well as this handle I also drew out to be watching, and you could see that move higher right there because we were forming that support on the two moving averages, which we will go over on the 1 minute chart. Now here on the 1 minute, early in the morning, there was some choppier type whiplash action going on here. However, it was forming this head and shoulder off of this 5-day moving average right here, as well as the inverse cup and handle, as you can see right here, with another head and shoulder, which I missed my entry right here, and I did not end up catching any puts, which I will go over. And as you can see, I started taking calls and instead caught this move up after retesting this 20-day moving average right here and forming some sort of support. As you can see, I explained to be watching for this inverse head and shoulder that could form here off of this 5-day moving average, as well as this cup and handle like we have been seeing at the end of the day lately, giving us these pumps up. And due to that, I took some SPX lottos right here off of this inverse head and shoulder, as well as cup and handle that you can see forming here, giving us this move higher. However, I was looking for that eventual larger breakout, which was right here when I ended up selling them, as well as taking some more positions right here, as it was not ready yet and it still needed to form this support here on this moving average, and I was not looking to get whipped around in this. Now, as I was explaining, what allowed for this larger breakout right here was because we broke out of this yellow and blue algorithm right here with this cup and handle we were forming, and on the microstructure you see it right here with this blue algorithm forming, and you can see this inverse head and shoulder as well as the larger one, which eventually begins to complete this cup right here you see. And now we will be looking for the handle, which we will go over on the 30-minute, or if we start to break back down below the moving averages. So now taking a look at what to be watching tomorrow, we are still forming this larger inverse head and shoulder and trying to build this cup and handle that we see right here, and we'll continue to watch for the yellow and blue controlled selling algorithms right here if we move higher, as we continue within this purple buying algorithm that we can see has started to form some sort of strength right here if we do continue higher, eventually closing this level at 530 right here, which if we do reach and we cannot break back above, be watching for some sort of rejection and possibly something like this. If we do start heading down, look for some sort of inverse cup and handle here, but we do need to be below these moving averages right here if that does happen and we do decide to dump like that. If this white algorithm right here starts to taper and you do start seeing that rejection, you can be paying attention to that. If we do begin to move higher into these levels up here, be paying attention, as we do need to form some sort of handle here if we are going to break out and have a stronger move higher. Don't be chasing a pump like you saw right here, as you see the sell-off right after. So tomorrow, if we do look like we are about to break out and there is nothing as some sort of structure, do not be chasing it and just be patient and wait for it. On the daily chart, we still remain above the 5 and 20-day moving averages right here as they are beginning to base and possibly seeing us form some sort of support right here with this inverse head and shoulder and possible cup filling at this level right here, giving us this upper Bollinger Band retest that we will be looking for after the retest, and you can see right here. We also have this wedge forming here as well, as you can see. So be ready. If we do head down, we have this bottom Bollinger. We must lose the 5 and 20-day moving averages before we can be looking for the downside here. And as of now, looking for this possible flag right here to continue higher. There is some news in the morning, which I will put up here, so be paying attention to that. But trade safe tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are not already, and I will see members in the morning. Thank you.